Hello everyone, welcome back to PE Mr. P. I've got another game for you today called Dishes and Domes. You may have heard of this game before as a different name like Cups and Saucers or something similar. Basically it's called lots of different names, but the rules of the game are the same. I've used 10 cones to start with, 10 cones randomly spaced around upside down. So if you're playing Cups and Saucers, it'll be Cups and Saucers. If you're playing Dishes and Domes, they're all dishes. The other game is quite simple. In the quickest time possible, I've got to run out and turn all of the dishes back to domes. If you're playing as a group, you can obviously take it in turns and see basically who can do it the quickest. So if you've got a stopwatch or a smartphone, you can time each other, so I'm going to see how quickly I can turn these 10 dishes back to domes, for example. If you want to time me, that's great, but don't count too fast like I know some of you like to do when we're demonstrating this game. Elijah, go. Was that about 3 seconds? Okay. Very funny. When you're playing this game, obviously you can make it easier or harder by having obviously less cones to make it easier for maybe some of the younger ones, and obviously more cones for the older ones. And I'm sure a lot of you are screaming at the telly saying, what are you doing if you haven't got any cones? Dun, dun, dun. If you've got any old plastic cups, like the little teacups that I used to have when I was a kid, you could be using those. Or as we keep seeming to pop up, you might have some old plant pots that you could have cups and saucers that you turn up and down and so on. Please get permission before getting out your mum's best mugs, etc. I wouldn't recommend actual China mugs. We don't want any nasty accents, so nice plastic ones, obviously. These little things, very, very similar to the cones anyway, something like that's great. If you're playing in a group, or if you're at school or you've got a few brothers and sisters, you can play at the same time. You can have two teams, so you could have two of you on dishes, two of you on domes. You take it in turns. Obviously, mums and dads join in, great. At the end of the game, you can shout stop, and then you count up how many dishes are left and how many domes. Obviously, the highest number wins. I think that's about it. If you could do it as a relay session, so you could have two teams running out and back and keep taking it in turns, or you could do a team time version as well. So that's Dishes and Domes. Any other variations, or let me know how you get on with it, that'd be great. Cheers.